Because of the massive shell, it seems that turtle is a harmless reptile, which relies only on protection. It's not though, and the snake that attacked the turtle was convinced of this. Durable skin did not allow poisonous teeth inject a toxin into the turtle's body, who acted incredibly aggressively, and with her strong beak lightning attacked the snake, broke her cervical ridge and ate. Yes, it's a turtle, a predator that should not be associated with. And we will show you other cases when snakes underestimated their opponents. Turtles in general are very different. See some female with paws, flippers, and leather shell lays eggs. Such a reptile is really almost helpless. She's not scared of snakes just for one reason: legless reptiles lay prey whole. And a large turtle just won't fit in the snake's throats. The body of such a turtle is kind of flattened, which gives her a streamlined shape. It helps her swim pretty fast, but on land the reptile is really helpless, and her only hope for survival is offspring. That non-laying, no babies after hatching will be found by predators. Stealth on land and speed in the water. Here is the key to the survival of this species. Unlike that predator with the shell, there's a turtle monster in front of you. Maybe she's not too big, since is not superior in body length, medium-sized dog. But this turtle is very massive. Her shell is incredibly hard, but most importantly she violently responds with blow to blow and aggressively steps on any enemy. As you see, although this turtle also leads a semi-aquatic lifestyle, her paws do not resemble fins at all. Sharp and curved claws hold prey perfectly. The mouth of such a turtle is sharp and strong beak, and the strength of the jaw is so great that one reptile bite can literally chop down an enemy. When that snake turned out too close with so turtle, she clearly didn't know. Who contacted may have messed with a harmless species of turtles. Fatal mistake. For this monster snake is not danger, and lunch is legless, and the reptile only relies on one weapon, on poisonous teeth. But the turtle is protected not only by the shell, but also durable skin on other parts of the body. From snake bites she is invulnerable, but the turtle itself holds the enemy with its paws and crushes into the snake's body with its own beak, breaking the spine and causing critical damage internally. And also a turtle can hold its breath for much longer. Snake head appeared above water. Venomous reptile took a saving breath. But they're in depth. It holds too tight. The turtle will tighten the opponent and have a satisfying lunch. The ability to fight back so brutally and effectively to the most venomous snakes deserved your life, didn't she? Anaconda is pretty large, but insufficient to fight back this jaguar. Snake relied on disguise, but did not know who she was dealing with. Jaguar vision has demonstrating function. That is, his eyes can recognize the victim despite her disguise. Left only to rush for Anaconda in the water. Desperate move is not for Jaguar. This mighty beast easily got the snake, and along with such a load in the teeth, easily washed up the steep shore. The cat's jaws are so strong that reptiles are practically paralyzed in pain. And if you think that Jaguar would hunt Anaconda only if she has not yet grown to her maximum dimensions, then you are wrong. Here's a scene of epic confrontations of the main cat of the New World and the strongest snake on the planet. Anaconda may be inferior in length to some pythons, but she's the most massive, and therefore the most muscular and strong, legless reptile on the ground. She thought that size and power make her invincible, because Anaconda can hunt alligators and deer. But the jaguar doesn't care about the frightening power of the enemy. Look how the cat pulls the reptile and fights it. Anaconda trying to wrap head and neck of opponent. But the crushing power of jaguar jaw doesn't let the snake win. The cat is straining to the limit, but overcomes this huge snake. While Jaguar does not use punch and paws, instead Predator relies only on teeth. He's walking backwards to stretch a paralyzed snake bite pain. Gradually her arms weaken. She lets go of the Jaguar head and neck, and the cat can only bring the prey to the den. To set about lunch. Anaconda was not expecting that will meet someone so dangerous in the jungle and the Mosin. Fennec foxes seem incredibly cute because of its huge fluffy ears and elongated muzzle. But these traits are the way of the body, adapt to harsh desert conditions. Character of Fennec appropriate cool. That's a way more dangerous predator than it may seem at first glance. Here comes the horned viper underestimated the opponent. The duel of these two raptors looks impressive. Desert snake moves vary, atypical for legless reptiles and image. She creeps zigzag to minimize contact with hot sand. It also gives her an advantage in maneuverability, because it is difficult to grab a snake if there is almost always a head next to the tail, armed with poisonous teeth. So Foxy has to constantly spin, dodge, jump then on snake, then bounce off her. Amazing, but Foxy has enough and patience and concentration to attack the enemy, risking myself but never make a mistake. Fennec knows the price of too slow jump. Me from this viper will stop Fox's heart in a few minutes. But despite the vigorous conduct of the battle, on constant jumping feints and dodges, Fennec keeps pace, and the snake shocked by such an attack is exhaled. And that's on being that reptile moves way less. She lacks stamina to rival such a deft beast. Gradually bites from the tail area. They move closer and closer to the head. If the Fennec applies short bites first to where the wounds of the enemy, then now she already grabs the enemy's fangs. Seriously does deeper damage. Washes their sides to the side and throws again on the sand. The snake had no chance except one wait, when the foam makes a mistake and still bite the fox. But the eared beast is acting both determined and careful until the very last second. After a few minutes the foam finishes the enemy, getting like recuperation food. So is the moisture supply, very valuable in the desert. Rattlesnake though doesn't crawl particularly fast. It has one of the fastest strikes among all the snakes. This reptile is capable of throwing itself at the victim like a bullet. But when the fox is hungry, he doesn't care about such difficulties. Pay attention to the impressive reception, which the beast confronts. Incredible speed of the enemy. Fox jumping on enemy, catches him by the head with his jaws and throws him up, simultaneously bouncing the other way. Such a maneuver should already break the reptile, so even if after the first bite she will be able to continue the fight. Quickly orient and counterattack Rattler will fail. Poisonous snakes dangerous predators who have a cool trump card. It's about the manner of twisting your neck to headshot like springs. Thanks to this reception, snake can attack with incredible speed. Some species are so fast that it's hard to see their movements without slowing down. You will be surprised, but there are cute, usually not aggressive beasts who compete with snakes in terms of speed of strikes. These are house cats. Actually, those animals, although they live side by side with humans for 1,000 years, did not lose their hunting instincts at all. Cats that live in cities often hunt birds like pigeons and sparrows. Oddly enough, cats also look at poisonous snakes as food. Legless reptiles possibly consider that everything is the opposite and they are the worst predators here. But furry lovers quickly show Who is the most important here? Episodes in which cats dodge at the very last moment from poisonous snake teeth, amaze with tension. It seems that the cat is saved from a fatal blow, split second and distance, in hair. However, thanks to courage and speed, our hero can resist and cobra. Sometimes snakes even touch cats' fur, but most often their teeth never touch the skin. Amazing speed, agree. Probably the secret to winning cats is a combination of several reasons. First of all, this of course, super speed, both movement and reactions. It feels like that time for cats moves at a different speed, as if in slow motion. Not just Anthony Joshua, but also Mike Tyson in his best years for sure would envy that. How lightning fast does this fighter strike? Besides, snakes do possess ultimate weapons. After all, after their bite, but not even the bull will survive. However, betting only on one weapon is a bad idea when it comes to confrontation with a deft and practically versatile fighter. When a small venomous snake, which the cat grabs by the head, can't bite him, reptile is still able to twist and entangle the enemy with its flexible body. That's only if the snake is small. Looks, it's pathetic and not dangerous. The cat just doesn't care about grabbing like that. Grabbing the opponent by the back of the head or neck, she doesn't let him use poisonous teeth. And there are no other options for the development of success in the snake, so the cat can focus on the snake head without fear that he will miss the insidious blow of his paws, which the enemy simply does not have. But the cats themselves are the opposite. Rely precisely on paws. They can push off the ground, block snake strikes, counterattack, stun the enemy. Confident and brave furry predators, able to hit a snake directly on the head, exactly during the reptile throw. Claws are a great argument in such a clash. Powerful kick to the back of the head deafens reptilia. What is also important, however, pay attention to one more feature. In slow motion it becomes clear that cat reacting to a snake throw almost simultaneously with the beginning of the enemy attack. Probably the thing that beast analyzing the position. Reptile bodies in general and bounces once the snake strains the muscles for the throw. So the cat starts dodging for a split moment before her head really goes to the target. Of course, the snake throw looks very scary, but then, with what an elegance, the cat dodges right out of the enemy's jaw. Delights the truth. And then the furry acts aggressive and responds. Their attack. Jaws the cat uses only last when the snake has already lost strength and cannot act with previous activity. Warm-blooded animals always have an advantage. Stamina before cold-blooded. Of course, against pythons, such tactics will work much worse. Yes, and venomous snakes sometimes defeat cats, managing to inject his terrible toxin into the body of the enemy. But if the cat manages to spot the threat in time, then with a high degree of probability, the fight will end with his victory.